Heavy rain develops tonight with downpours, localized flooding, even some strong to isolated severe storms. Good Wednesday night, East Tennessee. David Aldrich, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center, where you can see from the ultimate Doppler radar, presented by Madlock Tire Service and Auto Repair, East Tennessee's #1 tire shop and auto repair since 1953. Maybe a few light rain showers near Sparta as we approach the 8 p.m. time frame, but this will only fill in over time. We have more vigorous storms rolling across West Tennessee with tornado watches near Memphis and around Memphis, even some tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings popping as I speak. Moving back to the north, we got some snowflakes in parts of New Hampshire, also Vermont and into upstate New York that's pulling away, but they will be getting more snow this weekend. Tornado watches last until 10 o'clock for Shelby County, that's Memphis, until 10 o'clock central. We'll be watching some areas in our viewing area, especially down toward Chattanooga, where there could be a small risk for a tornado tonight. 78 was the high temperature today, 21 degrees above normal. I was expecting 77. We were off the start at 46, 10 degrees above normal, and our strongest wind gust was 31. We did hit 77 in Oak Ridge, Morristown, Newport, La Follette, and Oneida, and while Crossville hit 73, you broke a record high. The old record was 72 from 1997. That's Crossville's third, I believe, record high in about a week's time. 78 was the high in Nashville, 75 in Chattanooga. Let me show you my expectation for tonight. We're talking about 40 to 60 plus mile an hour winds, a medium chance, a very low risk for a tornado, unless you happen to live near Chattanooga, maybe as far north as Nyota or Sweetwater, but mainly Chattanooga. Large hail, no expectation there, and a high risk for some heavy rain that could cause some localized flooding. The Weather Prediction Center, we call it the WPC, has most of East Tennessee in the yellow area for scattered flash flooding tonight that would make mainly localized, but urban areas and creeks and streams that might come out of their banks. So for tonight, most of us in yellow, some areas for isolated flooding up toward Middlesboro or Jonesville. Let me show you some of the crazy amounts that vary from the modeling. Now, by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, because most of this will be done by 7, if not sooner, but I just took it to 9 o'clock. You can see about an inch and a half around Knoxville and Maryville. We get very little rain on Thursday. Then we reinforce this rain on Friday. So if we look at essentially a 2-day period, we could have 1, 2, 2.5 inches of rain if this were to verify drop for drop. But let me show you another crazy amount. This one suggests we get 2.5 tonight. A 2.5 tonight. What if that were to come to pass and you were asleep? Wouldn't you want to know about it? Well, that's what the Captain Accurate weather app was designed to do, to notify you if you're under a flood concern from the Weather Service. You'll get notified. Pete Michaels Traffic. It's very easy to download at the App Store and Google Play. Now, if we take this map a little bit further out into Thursday night and Friday, again, that's closing in on 3 inches. So you're looking at 1 to 3 inches of rain over a 2-day period, and this all gets underway especially tonight. In fact, my expectation is it'll reach a fever pitch between 11 p.m. tonight and 3 a.m. in the morning. Because by the time you get off to work or school tomorrow, a lot of it's already tapered off. It will just have some standing water on the roads, but it won't be necessarily actively coming down. Let me show you the Storm Prediction Center again. We see some orange areas tonight. For the rest of tonight, that's the parts of Arkansas, West Tennessee, northern Mississippi. Again, these are for numerous storms. For us, maybe an isolated severe storm in green that covers La Follette and falls short of the Tri-Cities. But anyone is fair game for a strong gust of wind and maybe a stronger thunderstorm. That's possible. Tomorrow, it gets more unsettled across parts of Texas, Louisiana, and Arkansas with widespread storms that could be severe, maybe even a tornado outbreak there. But we get a bit of a pullback on Thursday because most of the day is dry. It's kind of like bookends. We get it early morning, then we get it picking back up late afternoon into the night. But some isolated thunderstorms certainly possible. And I think that we're talking about non-severe thunderstorms on the right side. Non-severe thunderstorms for Thursday. Friday, different story. Our final cold front that will be coming in for the week will be coming in on Friday. And that means everybody in yellow has the risk for scattered severe storms. Maybe some damaging wind, I think, is a high probability. As this line comes through, this could also spawn a tornado or two. We're going to watch this closely for Friday heading into the rest of the work week. So let me show you how crazy it gets on the Futurecast. Here's 9 o'clock, some light rain. You're not impressed. It's not that heavy. But all of a sudden, 11 o'clock, it's game on if you're in La Follette, Middlesboro, Oneida, or Jamestown. And now by 12:30 in the morning, man, you're not kidding. It's coming down in buckets. It's coming down in sheets. And I can see, even at 1:30, there hasn't been much change. So you're going to continue to see some very heavy rain, potentially right along Kingston, Oak Ridge, Knoxville, that could exceed 1, 2, maybe even 3 inches of rain in some crazy cases. But even at 4 a.m., it's still raining, but not as intensely. And then by the time you get out the door, maybe at 7, there's standing water and some showers are pulling away. So most of the day, I think, will be rain-free on Thursday until you get later in the afternoon, as some of this rain near Sierra Crossville will be coming back in on Thursday night like so. And this will continue on with the next approaching front on Friday, and that may very well come in around midday with strong winds ahead of it and some damaging winds with some of the storms themselves. So we've got a lot of weather taking place here in the next 48 hours. So hopefully you'll be ready, as it will get much cooler relative to the season heading into the weekend. This front is the driver of tonight's rains. You can see all that red there. And then by 7 a.m. it's pushing south. And then we head into the afternoon, it tries to come back. And we'll continue to watch that lift up toward Kentucky, West Virginia, and then finally this cold front will mean business as it pulls away and they get buried with more snow in northern Pennsylvania and New York State from this very same weather system. Pretty amazing stuff. Maybe a stray flurry across parts of the West Virginia area down toward maybe the Tri-Cities. But I think it's pretty quiet for the weekend. So here's my forecast for tonight. 57 the low. Heavy rain develops, strong storms 5 to 15 plus. Low temperature tonight in Morristown, 56. Low temperature in Wartburg, 55. Tomorrow, a high of 69. It's rainy early and again late. Could find a few showers in between, but most of it, I think, is bookends, and we're looking at winds 5 to 10 plus for your day tomorrow. 70 for Maryville, 69 Oak Ridge, 68 for Morristown, your high temperature on Thursday. Here's your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast. 100% chance of rain tonight, 80% chance again on Friday. We're up to 75, and then we get cooler into the 50s and the 30s by Sunday morning, but we're back to the 70s now for Monday and Tuesday. Up and down we go. By midweek next week, we're back in the 50s. So it's a really, you need a scorecard. And I got that scorecard for you. It's the Captain Accurate Weather app with Pete Michaels Traffic. Just search Captain Accurate, the App Store and Google Play. And it'll also give you real-time weather alerts, as well as it'll give you app exclusives and storm tracking capabilities. If you're up all night, you want to track these storms and the heavy rain, you can do so very easily with the app. Well, my name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.